Greetings everybody. I'm attempting to walk and do this video, and all you're gonna see is just a big head and a big face in this video clip. But anyway, I think I'm gonna find a spot to stop and to get into this topic with you, and I'm trying not to make it too long. Those of you who are here, my loyal supporters for all these years, I'm sure you've seen how many times I've talked about the issue of domestic violence in Jamaica, of girls and boys getting molested or raped by the people they are supposed to trust, women getting killed or abused from all angles really, and nothing changes. I want to say here and now that this new spate of violence towards women, the murder of the 14-year-old girl and that woman who's murdered in the backseat of a car, is not new. We all know that. Wait right here, honey. It's not new. And I want to say unequivocally that what is happening again is just an upsurge in the crime that was happening towards women just a few years ago. It's the same thing. But what was happening then was that as soon as attention was being brought to it, especially international attention, that suddenly stopped. You see, when random things happen, no amount of attention can stop it. When it's something that's random, when it's something that is deliberate, when it serves another function besides just killing off these women, that's a different thing. So I'm saying to you that this is just an upsurge because so much attention was being brought to it, and people just kind of say, okay, those who are behind it, those who benefit from this kind of thing, they just said, okay, let us slow down because the world is watching. Because, you know, when Jamaicans or other people in the world, I shouldn't say Jamaican, when other people in the world start to say something is important or somebody is valuable, this is when we tend to have the same feeling as Jamaicans. But until the world is watching and the world tells you this person is important or this situation is important, Jamaican people don't really care. Pretty much the government doesn't really care until they're being exposed. This is why people who live overseas realize that if we don't shame Jamaica into doing things, there's no change. So another girl is killed, and I'm not going to go into the whole detail of that. You know, read the newspaper, look it up, find the details for yourself. What I'm trying to say is, Jamaican people, this is going to continue to happen to you because a lot of you are culpable in this. Parents, know that your son or your husband or your brother is a rapist and you protect them. You know that they're murderers. You know that they're criminals. And because you benefit from their criminal activities, you protect them. The child care agency, or child protective agency, is just as culpable. Because I, not too long ago, told them that a 10, 11-year-old kid was being molested by the uncle in the house with the mother and with the girlfriend and with the grandmother. Wait here. I forwarded information that was critical to putting away this man, and I never heard anything. I followed up. I sent several rude email messages, and I've never heard from them again. So well-thinking individuals, people who care about the well-being of our people, when we come out here and we say that we don't want this to happen anymore, we want it to stop, the people who are there, who are facing the fire every day, they don't care. So sometimes people just walk away and they don't care either. I still care about that little girl. But what am I supposed to do when I reach out to a child advocacy agency and give them such disgusting information? I mean, it's disturbing on all levels to hear that a man lives in a house with his sister and his mother and his girlfriend and is molesting the 10-year-old child. I have names. I have the workplace of the individual. I have the name of the child, picture of the child even. And no one contacted me to say, we are investigating this. All they said to me initially was that we need more information. And I gave them a wealth of knowledge, and I never heard from them again. So don't pay any attention to them. They don't care. They don't care that these things are happening to the girls. And the people in the community, the women, are most guilty because they know these things are happening around them and they're still subjecting their children to these kinds of abuse. The women will know that there's a rapist in the community and they protect him. And if out of fear they don't protect, they're not trying to protect him, they're just fearful, they are not even cautious enough to say, I'm going to protect my own child. So, you know, we continue to hear these horrible stories. Wait up. It's not going to change, because until it changes from the top, because the people are always looking to the top, until the top fixes it, until the top see this as priority and see that, you know, you're lagging behind other places in the world when it comes to protecting the youth, when it comes to protecting women, understanding women's liberation, understanding the importance of respecting our women and protecting our young girls. What is happening with this new situation here is that more of it is going to happen because there's a demand and the demand has to be met. Why was this child's body burnt? What evidence are they trying to hide? And what was taken from that girl's body? I mean, beside her life. It's not just about the fact that she knew who raped her. If he killed her, nobody could tell what happened. Why was the body burnt? And that woman, is it unrelated? The woman finds herself dead in the back seat of a car. So inhumane. The government has not shown that they care. As we speak, there's a school that handles kids with behavioral issues and it's about to be closed, and the school is asking people to help them stay open. So when you close these schools, there's no hope for these kids who are acting up. A lot of these kids that are acting up in Jamaica are doing so because they themselves have experienced violence at all levels. So when we look at this 14-year-old child's death, we're going to talk about it for 9 days and things will go quiet. And if there's not too much pressure on the government, you know, things will slow down until before you know it, people understand that the harvesting of body parts is a business. Don't let it happen to you, Jamaican people. Mothers in Jamaica, you're saying this is not my daughter, you don't care. You better care, because you don't know who's behind this kind of thing and you don't know what the hidden agenda is with these girls being missing, these girls getting killed. Start seeing the other person's child as your own. And women, you need to be out there saying to the world, we are here and we're not going to allow you to abuse us or our girls or our children anymore. I'm tired. Can't talk on the topic anymore. I'm just trying to say to the people, if you, especially women, if you don't understand that you're next, and if you don't take things into your own hands and say to yourself, demand from your government an end, a complete end to this nonchalant attitude about women and girls that are murdered or raped in Jamaica, then you are next. Your loved one is next. Child advocacy program or agency in Jamaica, you're a disgrace, because I wasn't asking you for details. The least you could have done when I provided with all that information is to say we're investigating and that culprit is still on the road, I'm sure. Still predator, and his girlfriend and his mother and his sister, the mother of that child, she should be incarcerated. All you women are responsible for the rape and murder of these kids, not the men alone, but you, because your silence means that you have accepted it, and as a result, you are as guilty.